We've had the coziest, rainiest morning, and I've loved it so much. With the rain came some cooler weather that has been really nice because it's been a really hot summer. But the rain has cooled things off, and we just spent a great morning listening to the rain and reading some books, and then we watched a movie. I just read the book Charlotte's Web with my 7-year-old for his summer reading project. So we finished that, and so we just watched the Charlotte's Web movie too. I thought that today would be a good day to show the books that I have on my bookshelf in my living room. 2 months ago, we moved into a new house, and I only have one bookshelf set up, and I do have enough books to fill up at least one more bookshelf, but right now I only have one, and it's the one that I've kind of organized the books by color, and I really like how it just warms up our living room. So I wanted to just go ahead and share the books that I have on that bookshelf, and I'll talk about maybe one or two of them, but definitely not all of them. So let's go look at my bookshelf. This lamp that I got from my friend, and I really like having it on display. It just kind of adds a nice atmosphere to the room, and you can adjust the settings on the light bulb with this little knob here, so it's really cool. But underneath this lamp I have this book called A Book of Days by Patti Smith. I love Patti Smith so much, and where there's a picture for each day of the year. So I like having this one here just so I can grab it and look at the picture of the day whenever I want to, and it's just really pretty too. I also have this Jack Kerouac quote that is from On the Road, and I bought this on Etsy. Up here on the top, I'm about to start this book by Louise Penny series. I'm also rereading Slouching Towards Bethlehem right now by Joan Didion. I read this last year, and it was just medicine for my soul. So I'm reading it again and going to count it on my reading challenge, Goodreads, for 50 books this year. So Tenant of Wildfell Hall is my favorite Bronte book. I love it so much. I would say it's one of my top favorite books of all time, actually. And it's just so beautiful of a story and such amazing writing, like all of the Bronte's books are. But I just think this one tops all of the other Bronte books that I've read. I want to reread this one soon because it's already been a few years since I've read it, and it's just so good. If you haven't read The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, definitely check it out and give it a read. Down here on the bottom shelf, I have some bigger books. Here I have the Andy Warhol Diaries. I bought this the beginning of this year, I think, and I just think it's a really cool thing to have as like a coffee table book. You can just kind of flip through and you can read one of the days. So that's been interesting. I haven't read too many of them, but I think it's just really cool to have. Also down here, I have our copy of The Sorcerer's Stone, and my husband bought this for our family for Christmas, and we've tried reading it a little bit. I think the first 3 chapters with our 7-year-old son, but he's not too into it yet. He's not too ready for Harry Potter yet, I don't think. So this is just a really cool thing to have. I have The Philosophy of Modern Song by Bob Dylan. I love Bob Dylan so much, and he has written this. It came out the end of last year, and he talks about just how each of the songs in here have been impactful and tells a little bit of their story, and some of it's more like imaginative too, like get to see like his perspective on the different songs. So what I want to do with this one, actually, because I haven't read through all of it yet, is I think I want to, like, because I don't know most of the songs in here, I want to kind of listen to them first and then go back and read the 2 or 3 pages that he has written for that song. And I feel like that'll make it more meaningful to me, because I don't know the majority of the songs that are in this book. They're not songs by Bob Dylan. They're songs by all different types of artists. I have this book that I got for my birthday that's just different. It's called Writer's Retreats, where it just talks about different places that famous writers have gone to write. And it has some cool quotes in here too. I have the Harvard Dictionary of Music. I have my master's degree in piano performance, so this is something that I needed back when I was in school. I also have keyboard literature, which I used a lot in school. Then I have this Andy Warhol art book, which is just another fun thing to flip through when I have time. Just a cool thing to have on hand. I have my copy of Little Women, which I've had this book since I was a kid, probably 10 years old or so, but I had never read it. I read this for the first time right after I had my twins. I read it whenever they were up at night, and I sat down a lot when they were first born, so it gave me a lot of time actually to sit and read when I was feeding them or putting them to sleep. So that's when I read Little Women, and it's so good. If you haven't read it, definitely give it a read. And then I have Anna Karenina. I read this in college, and honestly, it took me a long time to get through Anna Karenina.
Hello, it's Megan again, and I just realized that I never really ended this video. So thank you so much for watching my bookshelf tour. I know I always love seeing other people's. Hope that the rest of your day is wonderful. Bye!